Alright, what's going on everybody? Today we're going to be doing a possibility EZA video. We're going to be going over anyone who I think could EZA in this celebration, judging off of the theme, which we know is going to be kind of just cooler movies in general, as the first part being the first cooler movie, and the second part, I guess, leaning more towards the metal cooler movie, which isn't 100% confirmed, but they imply it heavily in the Dokkan now. So all these EZAs are going off the fact and the possibility of the next part being the metal cooler theme. So make sure to like the video and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So first off, we have these guys who already received their Extreme Z Awakening during the first part of this celebration. This guy kind of made sense, or no, not kind of, he did make sense because he's cooler and it was from the movie. But these two were a little bit of a curveball. They're from the Namek Saga, which I guess is previous to the it's literally what happened right before the cooler movie, at least the first one. So it kind of makes sense, you know, Frieza's brother. I guess there is a mainline Goku summonable unit headlining, so he kind of goes with him, I guess. But yeah, so these guys were the first ones to receive their EZAs, and then this is the first, and then these are ones we kind of know are going to EZA. These two free-to-play units. Most worldwide celebrations have a couple of free-to-play units they release, and then they give them an EZA. I think the last one too, we also had another unit that wasn't new. It was the physical Goku. I don't think he was Namek Saga themed, but he was out previously before the worldwide, but they kind of brought him back in. I think he was an exclusive card, but they brought him back, gave him an EZA. I think that's kind of the same treatment they're doing with this, even though he was already available. But so these guys are most likely going to be receiving an Extreme Z Awakening, also because they are very bad. This guy can be okay in some events because he stacks, and maybe in Super Battle Road he can be alright right now, but they're pretty bad, so they need an EZA for sure, and they will almost guaranteed get one. So this is the first one that I think a lot of us are expecting, but it is still speculation. We have this guy. So this guy, I think a lot of people want to EZA in this celebration, and I 100% agree. He is an amazing, amazing support. He has a great link set, and he's pretty decent right now. I say pretty because he's not really OP as he once was. He was probably the best TUR in the game, or one of the best units in the game overall at one point, at least on his initial release, but he has fallen off, of course, due to the massive power creep. And, you know, he still has a really good leader skill. He has an amazing link set, and the support, like I said, is just insane. And this is a pretty good baselining just buff. So if they could maybe buff this to 200%, give him maybe stacking attack and defense, and then, I mean, shoot, this guy could be really insane. I don't know. They don't need to do much to him, but he could just be crazy, I think, without much effort. I mean, look at these stats, too. That attack is 17,000. That's going to go up to at least around 20,000, and that'll be, what, 12,000? This guy, or 11,000, or just something, I don't know. But this guy's just going to be absolutely insane after his EZA, and I think a lot of us are expecting it, but I'm not too confident it'll happen. I think if they would have EZA'd him, it would have been in the first part. Because if the next part is going to be about the metal cooler movie, this guy doesn't really fit that theme. This guy, like I said, if he were to EZA, it would be in the first part. But this is another one I think all of us are 100% expecting to EZA, because it's literally metal cooler, and that's what the next part is most likely going to be about. And honestly, I think this guy could be a really, really good EZA. He already has a 170% lead, so a 180% hopefully that could go up to for Wicked Bloodline. That would be great, especially with the new cooler coming out, the Golden Frieza soon coming out on Global, and just so many good Wicked Bloodline units that are just kind of releasing now due to the theme of the celebration. I really think this guy could be very, very, very useful, just for his leader skill alone. I mean, right now it's pretty good, but he's just so bad because his passive is so dated that you can't really run him. But honestly, I think what's most likely going to happen if he does receive an EZA is this would probably stay the same, but this would go up to 120. Hopefully maybe keep +4 120, but this is probably just going to get bumped up to 120, this 90% right here. But he is a build-up unit, so maybe they can make this like attack and defense plus maybe 20% with each attack received up to 100%, and then just bump this up to like 100% or 120%, give us like 10%, and then maybe make him greatly raise on his super attack. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here, but there's a lot of things they could do with him. He does also have the core, grade 8, basically. I think they would have to buff that a little. They would have to give this, like, kind of the AGL Cell treatment, where he gives himself Ki, and he does all guaranteed crits. That's pretty much the best way to handle these types of units. So if they gave him all those things, I really think he could be very useful. I think this leader skill alone is very useful. So if he EZAs, you know, and with his link set, and his categories, they're not, I wouldn't say they're insane by any means. Neither is his link set, looking at it now. I mean, he does link really well with a lot of coolers, but I don't know, he does have Transform and Auto Regenerate. That could be good, I guess. But Transform isn't, that's not really a great link. I don't know, actually, let's see, who else is on here? So, yeah. I'm not too sure who you're going to be linking him up with to get this link active. Maybe if you, I guess maybe if you're running him with, like, a Turles, because you're on a movie here, or a movie boss's team, but yeah, you're never going to get that link active. But next up, we have this guy. I'm actually kind of surprised this guy didn't already have an EZA. I kind of thought he did. Maybe I was thinking of the Stun Coup, though, because I'm pretty sure he's the counterpart to this unit. But this guy is a, oh, actually, he's a Tech Ki, like, he's one of the nuking leaders. But yeah, this guy, he looks pretty solid. He's a HP restriction unit, which hasn't really gone over too well with EZAs. But, you know, I think this guy could still be really well designed as long as they kind of get it right. He has pretty good link sets, I'd say. Golden Warrior, you know, Sam Pride, the Vegeta links. I guess with Vegetas he could work really well. He doesn't have too many categories, but he has really strong categories. They'd kind of have to give him a lot to make him good. Oh, he does have a high chance of stun. I just noticed that. Okay. Maybe they just give him, like, a high chance to dodge, bump this up to a great chance, and then just naturally make his stats better, and then just have him raise attack and defense. And he'd be good for Super Battle Road. I'm okay if they make these units just good for Super Battle Road, because at the rate the power creep is going, it's not just affecting hard events like Red Zone or, you know, any new events they're releasing. The power creep is really affecting everything in the game. So even stuff like Super Battle Road, it's going to get impacted by it. So really good Super Battle Road units would help out a lot in there. So this guy could be very good with an EZA, as long as they do him right. They need to give him a lot of stats, though. And he would, for sure, need to, I don't know, have some sort of good super attack effect, too. But anyway, next up, this is my personal, like, if they EZA these guys, well, I should say EZA / Awaken, all of these guys, I would absolutely love that. That would be awesome. That would be my favorite thing about this whole celebration. These are some of my favorite units. If you aren't aware, you can grind them all from a story event. It's basically kind of like the free-to-play Ginyu Force and Team Bardock, but it's not from one event, or it is from one event, but it's an actual story event. It's not a, it's not, I don't know, it's formatted a little differently, I should say. But these guys don't even have an awakening. They're not even TURs. They're just normal URs. And they're all a little different, but they're all very bad, I should say. You have this guy who is kind of the leader. I guess he's not really a good leader, but he's meant to be the leader. And then all of them who are just supposed to be on the team. And yeah, I think there's not really much to talk about here. They're all good. They all have pretty much the same link set, I think. Right? Yeah, they pretty much all have the same link set. Yeah, and they're not good, but I think they could be very well. And they're free to play. Who doesn't love free to play EZAs, you know? But they'd have to make them insane, because the way Dokkan has been doing free to play units lately, I have been a little disappointed, I'm not going to say. They haven't been horrible, but I've been disappointed. So, yeah, so there's that. And then we're on to these guys in the thumbnail of the video. The previous worldwide units from, I think, 2 years ago now. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm not too sure if they're going to EZA in the celebration, but I really, really want them to. They don't fit the theme, however, they're worldwide units, so that in itself makes them fit the theme, because they're previous worldwide celebration units. And if they're going on the kind of path they are with the anniversary, I'm pretty sure with the anniversary what they're going to be doing is they're going to be EZAing the previous 3 years, the previous, like, 3 years before of the anniversary. So, like, for instance, the anniversary right now we got the EZAs for the 3 years and the 4 years. And then for the 8th year anniversary, I'm almost positive we're going to get the EZAs for the 5 years. And then, you know, for the 9th year, we'd get the EZAs for the 6 years, you know, just like that. So I think they might want to do that same sequence with the worldwide celebration, where they EZA the worldwide units for Part 3 or Part EX or whatever they're doing. I'm not too sure what they're doing yet, but yeah. So first, let's talk about this Gohan. Honestly, he's still crazy even now. Okay, maybe not crazy, but he's still very, very good even now, especially in this form, which, you know, you never really get off. But he's still great. He's still really great. So if they give this guy an EZA, I think that would be amazing. Just bump this up to Kamehameha. Maybe keep +4 HP attack and defense, +1. I mean, 180% would be great, but even if they keep it at 170%, that's still a great leader skill. And then bump this up to 130, and that'd still be great. I don't think they'd bump this up at all. Maybe they'd make it in lowers defense and greatly lowers defense or attack or something, but I think this would stay the same. And then, honestly, make this 150, and then make this... You can keep Key +5. I mean, maybe make it like Key +7, but... And what? HP attack and defense plus... I don't know, 80%? 90%? Maybe 100% if they want to be generous. And then this guy would just be insane. He would be crazy, because then he's getting the extra 5 SA. He's not getting a stat boost down here, but he already has pretty good stats. So as long as they give this 150, maybe 130, and then bump this up to maybe 100%, and then he'd be great here. He would honestly be really good. And then here, I'm honestly not too sure what they could do here. I think maybe they could just give him a baseline of attack and defense plus, like, what, 100%? Maybe that's too generous, but no, 100%. We're in an era now where we really need strong units. But maybe this would have to be up to, like, attack plus 25% and defense plus, like, 15% or something. And, yeah, keep that, and then randomly change key surge of a certain type of rainbow key surge is facing only one enemy. No, this should be unconditional. And then launches an additional super attack when facing multiple enemies, plus an additional attack plus 59% when performing an ultra super attack. And your team has Super Saiyan Goku. Okay, so then maybe make it to where he just has a high chance to launch... Oh, no, maybe he... Yeah, maybe he just has a high chance to launch an additional super attack, just in general. And then when he's facing multiple enemies, he also has another chance to do an additional super. Ooh, that would be crazy, though, because then he could quad super in one turn. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here again, but... God, especially if he's greatly raising and he quad supers... Oh my god, this guy could be insane. I really hope they don't fumble him. This is one of my favorite units. I think most because I am, however, free to play, and I think most free to play, you know, Dokkan players can agree with me that this guy, he, at least when I first started playing Dokkan, he carried me through everything. Literally everything. This guy is so great. He's on every major banner, so most people probably have him with a couple dupes too. So I think an EZA for this guy could be great. The next we have the Cell. He unfortunately did not age that well. He's not too great, but you know, hey, an EZA could still make him crazy. So as the leader skill goes, he's already Key +4, so just give this 170, and his leader skill could be really good. Android/Cell Saga is a very solid category. The extreme side too, with the, you know, you have the Int 19 and 20. They're really good. You have obviously the 17 and 18, the tech. They are amazing. And there's the physical cell, there's the AGL Dokkan Fest cell, obviously. A lot of Android buffs now that I've been thinking about it. Oh, and then how could I forget? Cell Max is coming too. And Gamma 1 and 2. So yeah, we could get a lot of Android buffs. But they wouldn't be on that. But you know, they could just still kind of help this guy. Just you could run him alongside him on an Android team or something like that. But yeah. So his super attack, he does nothing. He just greatly lowers defense. That's pretty poor, but you could obviously put something there. His ultra super attack greatly raises attack for one turn. I think it's pretty obvious they would make it greatly raise his attack and defense for one turn, and then maybe add a little something else. Yeah, just bump that up. And make this attack and defense. And probably bump that number up a little bit too. And then I'd say make this attack plus... Maybe bump that up to Key +2. That'd be nice. And then attack plus 30%. And then... Honestly? Yeah, just bump these two stats up. Make it to where he greatly raises attack and defense for one turn. And then probably just raise his attack and defense normally on there. And he could be good. Although these would have to go up by a lot. And obviously, I'd like him to have some damage reduction in guard, but I don't really think any cells have that built in, so I don't think they would. I think if they were to do anything with this unit, they would just kind of buff that, and then that. So, oh yeah, the active skill. So I didn't even talk about the active skill for this Gohan, which I'll go back to that after him. But I think it's pretty safe to say both of these guys' active skills, or not active skills, transformations, or whatever you want to call it, they are very poor. They are horrible. Evolve when HP is 30% or less. That is not very good. Can be activated when HP is 58% or less with an Android 16 on the team, or when HP is 58% with an existing Android's category ally or enemy starting from the 5th turn. This is horrible. Where are you running him with an Android's ally? Or a 16? The only time you'd get this is in, I don't know, the red zone when you fight Android 17. This is the only time I could see you getting this, so they would need to change this. But I know I said I'd talk about that after, but I just had to say that, because his is horrible. It makes no sense, because you have to run an Android Cell Saga team with him, and that's not where he works best, so then yeah, and then there's this, which is horrible. I'd say maybe just make this, I'd want to say make it like 60%, but let's be realistic. I think it'd be more like 50%. If they make it 40%, that's still really bad, but anything would help it, honestly. And then, yeah, when he transforms... he has no super attack effects, other than it lowers defense and attacking defense. He does massively lower defense. Okay, so just give him, you know, greatly raises, or raises and greatly raises. If they want to be crazy, give him massively raises, attack or defense. Well, at least give him raising defense on super attack. So he fully recovers HP once only. That is still incredibly useful. That is very useful. Oh, Ki +4. Okay, so I've kind of forgotten some of the stuff on their passives, but that is really good. And then the 100% and 20 attacking defense. That's really good. Attacking defense plus 20% when attacking with 4 or more key spheres obtained. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe they should make him a Rainbow Orb Changer, I guess, because he doesn't do anything to get any key spheres, and he's requiring 8 key spheres to get his full passive, or yeah, his full passive, so that's not really that good. If a unit's requiring all these key spheres and they don't orb change, it's a little rough. Even if the orb change has restrictions on it, that's still better than just nothing, not doing it at all. But an extra attacking defense plus 20% when attacking with 4 more key spheres obtained, and then an additional attacking defense plus 20% with 6 or more key spheres obtained, and then attack plus 20% with 8 or more key spheres obtained. Yeah, no, this needs to be like, honestly, it needs to be, what are his stats? Yeah, this needs to be like 200%. This needs to be like 50%. This needs to be 50%. And then I'd prefer if it was an additional attacking defense plus 50%. But I guess I would understand if it would just be attack and defense plus like 30% or something, because there's already 50% attack and defense. And then make this, maybe make this like 3, make this 5, and then I'd say make this like 7. I don't think they do that though. I think they keep the numbers there, but give him orb changing too, just to make him a little bit better. And then his active skill, when facing only one enemy starting from the 3rd turn after evolution, that's not great, but that's not horrible. You could still get that off. His links are pretty decent. Look at all these categories too. I didn't say that about this Gohan either, but look at all these categories, and his links, that's pretty good also. But their categories are just amazing. So these guys can be really, really good EZAs. Granted, I probably talked about them for the most during this video, so as you can tell, I'm very excited about these guys. I really hope they EZA, especially this Cell, because he needs something, man. This guy is just looking really bad. He aged very poorly, but this Gohan is still really good, so I'm really looking forward to his EZA too. But that's gonna be the video, guys. I know it was really long. I just wanted to get my predictions out for who's gonna EZA. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Remember, I'm gonna be making showcases on any of these units that EZA. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.